It's never good to snowshoe on a bloody knee, so we thought up a plan to get Bryan checked out for free. We left Magog and headed up to Mount Orford Ski Resort to take advantage of their first aid facilities, and we hoped they wouldn't ask any questions.
And sure enough, they helped me out, but they definitely shamed me, in broken English, for not getting stitches. A deep cut has to be sutured soon after the accident. That's why it took him several attempts to close the gash.
Does it hurt?
Nah, not too bad. Had worse.
No pain, no gain. After all that work, he stressed that I should abstain from physical activity for a couple days.
Well, we followed orders and went snowshoeing. Mount Orford National Park is beautiful in the winter, and they have designated snowshoeing and cross-country trails. Key word there, designated.
These are just some rental snowshoes that we picked up at the lodge. They're only about $8 and you can ski all day. But unfortunately, we got here at about 2 o'clock and we have to have them back by 4, where it's $20 for every hour we're over. So we're just gonna take a short hike. I've never put on a pair of these before, so we'll see how it goes. You laughing?
Yeah.
We headed out on what we thought was Trail A, a 2-hour loop that was to take us back to the lodge. A couple hours may not seem like much, but snowshoeing wasn't that easy.
This snowshoeing, you know, it's supposed to make it a lot easier, and I guess it is a lot easier than just walking straight through the snow, but
I don't know if I could probably tell the difference if I took my skis or my snowshoes off.
yeah, we'll have to try that.
I'm
I'm a little bit bigger than
sinking in more than I
Tyler, and I'm sinking in a little bit more than he is, and we have the same size snowshoe. So I don't really know if they did that right. When he got us our snowshoes, he just walked back to the rack, pointed, and said something that neither one of us understood, and we just nodded and said, sure.
Thirsty there, Tyler?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little winded?
A little winded. With this pack on, snowshoes. A little bit, yeah. It's good cardio.
How far would you say we've walked?
We probably walked a half mile so far.
And we kept walking after we decided to do a little off-trail excursion.
So we're gonna hike over off trail to this island over here. And the snow is deep, even with snowshoes on. I'm probably sinking about a foot in. And that's really all our fault because they have trails groomed for us, but we really don't use trails and we don't follow rules. Oh.
Oh yeah, that is ice.
Stepped in that hole and that kind of confirmed what we thought, which is that we're actually on the ice. And if you look over here, we've got these trees. You know, that's a full-size tree over there. And you know, I'm thinking that this area right here in the summertime when there's not any snow is actually a little rock island. Pretty sure we're actually on a lake. Hopefully we're supposed to be on the lake.
As we soon found out, this frozen lake was off limits. The Ski-Doo driver was a park ranger who ordered us off the lake.
We were concerned that, you know, our filming was the problem, but no, we're just not supposed to be on the lake, so we're gonna get off. I was wondering why it was so hard to snowshoe. I was like, this isn't supposed to be hard.
You can walk, you can snowshoe.
Yeah, the saying for snowshoeing that I've heard before is if you can walk, you can snowshoe. Well, we're walking, and it's not quite as easy as they say it is.
We knew something was wrong.
Yeah, that was our first clue.
It's hard to walk in snow as it is, but with these skis on, or these snowshoes, they really pick up the snow when you go to pick up your feet. So we're really working twice as hard, which is not fun. So what are we gonna eat tonight?
Don't know.
Some
Hot dogs,
some chili.
Fried, some chili.
Get some chili. What kind of soup? Sounds really good to me. All right, I can see the end is in sight.
After a quarter mile of hiking off trail, we made it to the bank with no time to spare. Just remember, snowshoeing isn't that easy, especially when you scramble up a mountainside.
I was just about to ditch my pack and call the Mounties
So-
when we reached the top.
I feel like we've really accomplished something here. Look at this view. We're looking down on Le Lac that we were just walking across, and it's snowing like crazy. We also decided that Trail Z, which is the trail we're on, is actually Z for Zut, which is an expletive in French. You can look that up on freetranslation.com if you want to.
And of course, Tyler had to further delay us by attempting to injure his knee.
This is really, it's really slippery when you're going downhill. No lie. My legs wrapped around that tree. All right. You got it, Brian.
We trudged in 20 minutes late, but this time the language barrier was on our side.
So, we are golden. I got the guy in there that doesn't speak English. So I guess he thought it'd just be easier to give me back my driver's license without having to explain to me how you'd have to find me for us being late. So we lucked out yet again, Brian.
And that luck soon ran out. We got back to the cabin and discovered it had been ransacked. All our gear was moved and the lock to the front door had been opened.
Knowing someone else was out there was enough to make the hair stand up on the back of our necks.
Stand and let's walk down
We
the
packed
trail.
everything up in record time.
more than 10 feet away from you guys.
Holy God. Mike's shoveling us out.
And at 2 o'clock in the morning, we found ourselves driving down yet another snowy Vermont highway. Except this time, looking for the closest motel.
If you want snow, you need to come to Vermont. Because apparently, that's the place to find it.